making food.
Come in about 6 inches. Perfect. Now we'll see if anybody joins us.
Social distancing.
Social breakfast food, or distancing, yes.
Out here in the bright warm on a Saturday afternoon. Loving the sun on my face, just not too much at once.
Good afternoon, boys and girls, friends and lovers, children of all ages. Yours truly, Cut The Plastic here with Amazing Awesome in the City on YouTube, right?
Amazing Awesomenicity.
Awesomenicity, that's what it is. And that's Kenny here. We're outdoors I'm cutting peppers. I said, I was originally going to live stream my meal prep and talk to people. But you know what's really fucked up is I can't see the screen.
Says we're live.
I know it is. What I'm saying is I can't see the chat.
Oh, okay.
Do you have your phone on you? Oh, you don't have Wi-Fi, do you, on it?
I should have my data plan. Yeah. Yep. Sunday meal prep and chat. 1 minute ago, Cut The Plastic.
See, so you could interact with the people talking and asking questions on the live stream.
Yeah, I can speak out loud. I can do that.
Speak out loud. How's everybody doing today?
All right. Let's see. It appears that we have a 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. About a 4 1,000 lag for me on this live update.
Okay.
So, all right. Diana393 says hello.
Hello, Diana.
M
Star. Yeah.
She says hello. Mike Stevens says Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
LAA.
He also said something about wanting to watch me or feed me or something the other day. That was kind of weird.
Hi, Kenny. Later, guys. Be well. She's stopping by and saying hi. Chris Marcus sent 43rd.
Nice. So, for those of you who don't know, I was in Friends and Codes' channel earlier. We were talking food prep, and I decided to make bacon and onions, peppers, and cabbage fried together. It's going to be a fantastic dish for the meal tomorrow.
Diana 3991 or 393. I ordered and sent that dictionary for Eric. It says April the 4th should be delivered.
Do you know how many people have ordered and sent dictionaries to Eric? I don't either.
Yeah.
But thank you very much, because I don't know which dictionary. I still haven't watched the feed from last night with Liberty.
We always appreciate everybody helping out those who are incarcerated and giving a hand to, like freedom fighters and activists who are keeping it real. And
Definitely a big deal.
Yeah, especially right now with the virus that's going on, because that hinders people's ability to move freely and go out and protest on their behalf outside of
Canceling court.
Yeah, they're canceling court. You can't go in and see your people or represent or your fair and speedy trial is basically quarantine.
Yeah, it's messed up. I tried to go to Eric's court yesterday. Jefferson said, no, he didn't have court. We're not taking him anywhere. They don't want to be financially liable for his COVID. Which is good, I think, because now he's...
Does he have COVID?
No.
Oh, okay, that's good.
No, but they don't want it in the jail. So what
yeah.
they're doing is they're restricting the only people that come in and out of the jail are the cops. Right?
The Oxford Paperback Dictionary and Thesaurus.
Nice. I knew somebody ordered it. Thank you.
Thesaurus.
Who was that? Oh, and Thesaurus.
Yeah, Diana 39.
Diana, thank you. I guess that's different than the Black's Law Dictionary.
Black's Law Dictionary. I know little about them. I believe the newer ones are completely worthless, because if you go back to, let's say, editions 6 and 7, I think they're at like 9, 10, or 11. But if you go past 6 or 7, they're absolutely frivolous and worthless due to the fact that they can just change the definition and the actual case law definition.
What?
Yeah, most people don't know that. Like, if you ever looked up corpus delicti...
Okay, slow down and spell that out for people who are watching live so they can Google it and share a link to the word that you're talking about.
Corpus delicti, C-O-R-P-U, delicti, D-E-L-I-C-T-I, delicti, I think. It means produce the body of evidence. Here, I'll put it in the chat. And, or the body of the crime, produce the body of the crime. And depending, because how should I put this? Law is based on English law. There's several different types of law in English law. You have the common law for commoners, you have maritime commercial law, and then you'll have, I think, royal law. But most of here in America, it's all commercial. But for people, corpus delicti is a Latin term for a legal charge. For you to be charged with a crime, there has to be three elements. One, there has to be a physical victim. All right? So the state and society can no longer be the victim. That's what we fought against as colonists back in the day, because back in the day, the state couldn't be the victim. You know, there had to be a physical one in accordance with the Magna Carta and law that we based our law system on. The I believe that is.
How many people are in here? 3?
There are 8. It started out with 16.
Yeah, it probably slowed down. It's not exciting, adventuresome. We're not yelling at cops.
Dead body, Mike Stevens says. Corpus delicti.
There you go. Good job.
Then there's Friends in Code right now. He has a little wrench
Yes, he friends.
monitor.
Moderator.
Moderator.
Yeah.
So with corpus delicti, you have to have a physical victim who, if is alive or known, has to testify under oath as to their name and the damages they sustained as the physical victim. There's also, if, depending on how you apply it, if the victim is missing, such as a kidnapping or missing or is murdered, then that's when the people can show up and say, hey, we are the ones suffering damage as a community, as a people. Now, I have a little more room. Oh, okay, when you sit up, you can be seen. Now I can see why you can't be seen, because you're down cutting.
Yeah, I'm over here cutting, eating vegetables, listening.
So, all right, Chris Marcus says he has the 5th edition, and a lot of the definitions do not sound correct.
I don't know what's not correct about them,
Okay,
but there's a lot correct about this pan of peppers that's growing.
And then there has to be some way to amend or repay or fix said damages, you know, pay your debt to society.
Okay.
And so, like, let's say if you're walking around and you're yelling out, fuck the police, there's no real true way of repaying your debt to society.
Right, there's no crime.
Exactly. And there's no true victim. So if there's no true victim, there's
My
no
ears?
true crime. Well, remember, if your ears are the victim, you're responsible for your ears, so therefore you're the one guilty of the crime because you're responsible.
Because I heard it.
Yeah.
I'm guilty because I heard it.
No, because you chose to let it be that way. Think of it like this: endangerment. All right. If we all know something is a crime, like if there's a burning house, and you put a child in a burning house, you just committed felony endangerment, right?
Oh, so like if I ran up to the house with a child and I threw the child inside the building.
Or did whatever you could to produce or facilitate the child being in the building.
What if I was like out camping in my car with my kids and I had a whole bunch of water and food available? Is that endangerment?
No,
Okay.
not to my knowledge.
I'm just checking because some of us think that it's not.
Well, what I'm getting at is, so if I'm standing there yelling out "fuck the police" or obscenities and profanities, you know, or if I'm wearing something very offensive, that could be offensive here in America, but it's not offensive somewhere else. Whether it could be a burqa or a Nazi uniform, a Ku Klux Klan uniform, or even a uniform
I did
from
not
Burma.
see that coming.
But what I'm like, think about it. We don't realize the regime of Burma and how many people think a Burmese uniform is worse than a Nazi uniform.
What? Why is that?
Pol Pot. No, it's Cambodian. Sorry, Cambodian. And they helped out. Burma helped out a lot of bad stuff. Also, it used to be called Malaysia, I think.
Oh.
Myanmar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Myanmar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like some communist terrorists.
Yeah. And Pol
Militaristic
Pot
regime.
used to torture his people for fun. So there was the Cambodian military uniform that the people of Cambodia tried to get outlawed, saying it was worse than a Nazi uniform because it killed more people of their own people.
Was that like Black Hawk Down?
No. We don't even really record it. This was during Vietnam
Not
War.
Black Hawk Down. Okay.
And prior and after, because Pol Pot just was like the leader guy for a century.
Oh.
So, anyways, if you think about that, in certain areas you wear that Cambodian uniform, you're going to go to prison. All right, that's their law. They say it's a crime. It's an offense.
We don't want to be offensive.
But if here in America, technically, we have the right to wear that Cambodian uniform if you wanted to.
Free speech.
Free speech. So if you think it is a crime for that Cambodian uniform to be worn, and you go to where that Cambodian uniform is being worn, that basically means you're guilty of part of that crime. It's called complicity, and endangerment, if you're claiming that is a crime. Most people can't understand that because they don't take responsibility. They just say, oh, this has to be a crime, so no matter where it's at, I cannot be guilty of anything, And that always blows my mind too, especially when you get the government, when they start committing crime, and they're like, well, we're the government, wherever we're at, we cannot commit crime. And they just agree with each other.
All right. Y'all following along here? Sorry. Social distancing, safety. Just cutting vegetables, really. Colored peppers right now. Just kicking it in the sunshine on COVID watch. The building across the street is being constructed. The food bank was pretty slow today.
They were doing curbside box deliveries.
Yeah, you walk up or drive away. Doesn't matter. Here's some food. This is, of course, from Janet's various food resource options of securement and procurement. We use this to feed people,
That's right, we are feeding people. And Jason got it.
Nice. Hi, Jason.
Said that answered my question. Janet will have her kitchen tomorrow. Yes.
Yes,
correct.
we will be having our kitchen tomorrow
With a hand washing station.
with a hand washing station. I'm prepping a hotel pan of cabbage and peppers and onions and garlic and bacon. And that's going to be good. I might make another pan of like pasta and sauce. Haven't quite decided yet how we're going to figure that out. But we'll get there.
Mike Stevens makes a comment stating that food banks don't let you in now. You have to drive up.
Everything's drive up.
Yeah.
You can just roll up down the street and get a bag of weed. And it's not like the guy on the corner. This is all like tax and everything. You don't even, it's just crazy. You just call them. You order online with your credit card. And you drive up and you're like, yo, man, I need some weed. And they're like, here you go, man. Have a nice day. And they tried to shut it down. They literally tried to shut it down in Denver. That lasted less than 2 hours. It was definitely the funniest prohibition I've ever lived through as a Denver resident, as a Colorado resident, as a human being. You were there for that, weren't you?
I experienced a little of it. I was not aware that there's talk on the radio or the news of closing down pot shops at 5 p.m. or 5 p.m. the next day. So I go there just like thinking I'm just going to get a little joint. I lost my job. I ain't got much money. So I get there, Line's 40 people out the door easily. And I'm like, what? And then I get all pot shops close at 5, all liquor stores close at 5. I looked at my phone. I'm like, well, I got some decisions to make. I'm gonna go get some booze. So I rode my bike real quick and got some booze. I went to one liquor store. The line was like a dozen people out the door. I was like, hey, there's another liquor store 3 blocks down the way. And they're like, good luck. Hopped on my bike, no one in there. As soon as I stepped to the counter with my order, I turn around, lines 8 people behind, wasn't paying attention.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's how you cause a pandemic. Hey everybody, we're gonna shut down the weed and alcohol. You shut down the toilet paper and the food?
No problem.
No problem, right? No problem.
I got plenty of toilet paper. I got plenty of food. I got dried beans and pasta. We'll collect the rainwater. But can I grow my weed in 60 days or less? No, probably not.
Mike Stevens says booze always works, especially vodka.
I got some of that.
Vodka. Right.
Whiskey sours, vodka tonics.
You know, people should just start moonshining in their house.
I think grape juice and vodka sounds like a great. It's healthy, right? Nutritious.
Yeah, especially if it's natural grape juice, you know, like organic, vegan-fed grape juice.
Vegan fed.
Yeah, vegan-fed. So
How do you feed a grape that it's not vegan?
that's what I was wondering, because what if you use cow fertilizer on your, or bat fertilizer on your crops? Does that mean your crops are not vegan-fed?
I didn't know that you would name your crop by being vegan fed.
I just came up with that in my head because I was talking with Brian earlier. I saw a show called Super Size Me 2, and it was the dude, Mike Spurlock, I think his name is. And he has a show called Super Size Me, a TV movie, or not a TV movie,
It's a movie.
a documentary about eating McDonald's all day, every day for a month.
Got fat. Almost had a heart attack or something. Right?
Yeah, he did. And he had to have his anal orifice flushed out repeatedly.
You mean
A coloscopy, colonoscopy, or what's that called?
I think it's a coloscopy. It's where they
Colonoscopy?
run water up your
Yeah.
anus
They flush
and then
out-
you flush
They stick a hose inside
your bum.
your bum, and then they flush out your intestines and your colon and all that. He ate so much McDonald's, which is odd because, like, I don't know if you've ever been to like high school or college and you've worked at McDonald's. Motherfuckers eat McDonald's for 3 years straight, dude. But he has a second movie. It's called Super Size Me 2. Wife loves the sound of vodka and grape juice, says Jason.
Vodka and grape juice.
Oh,
Yeah.
who is Lucinator 69?
Lucinator. Yeah, Lucinator. Love Lucinator.
Who's Beardy McBeardson? That would be me. I also have a YouTube channel. It's under Amazing Awesomenessity. And yeah, I've done activism also. I go to the feeds.
You were a part of Occupy back in 11, 12, weren't you?
No. I was incarcerated in 2012 in the federal government for a Facebook comment that happened in Rome, Italy.
Tell us more.
I went to federal prison for alleged threats for a Facebook comment that I never really got to fully see. That after I served all the time and the Supreme Court vacated my conviction, an FBI agent by the name of Kirk Geiger confessed. The comment allegedly originated in Rome, Italy, had no actual threat in it, and I had no Italian stamp in my passport. None of that mattered. I went to prison for 40 months for threats against the United States, Title 18, 875C, interstate threatening communication. I was released from federal prison and sent here to Denver in March 18th or 19th that I came to Denver. So it's been 5 years and 2 weeks, I believe.
Wow.
Or 5 years, a week and a half.
Nice. Happy anniversary.
right? Since my freedom. It's been about 4 years since the.
Did you get restitution for your
No, I got nothing. I could never get a lawyer to help me out. That was shitty. Never got anywhere. I tried having my record sealed and expunged. That never got anywhere. And so yeah, here I am. I'm just going with it. I tried moving to North Korea. I bought a one-way ticket there. Wasn't allowed on the plane at San Francisco International Airport by Air China. Got stranded. Came back to Colorado. Tried starting my own businesses off and on. Went to Cuba. Tried starting an import-export business. I wanted to go to Cuba again, but I guess we have travel restrictions due to the Corona boner.
the Corona boner?
Yes, I've been calling it the Corona boner. So as long as we put a condom on Mexican beer when we drink it, I think we'll be good.
You know, there's going to be a worldwide shortage of condoms soon. The condom manufacturing industry has come to a screeching halt due to Corona.
Wow.
I'm not joking. This is
Yeah.
the truth here, folks. I read things. Corona boner.
Yep. But
What did you just laugh at?
all the stuff that they're saying in here, it's like, okay, wow. So yeah, I've known Eric Brandt for a while also. I've known Janet. I've helped out with the fee. Right now, we're just kicking it, enjoying the Corona boner quarantine, and going from there.
Social distancing.
Social distancing,
Food prep.
food prep,
Hanging out, huh, folks?
yeah, hanging out, thinking about going getting beer. Do you have any beer? Liquor store's a couple blocks away. I can be right back.
Do I have beer?
Oh yeah, you said you got a couple.
Yeah. What are you thinking of getting?
PBR. I'm just gonna
Oh,
grab
God.
a six-pack of PBR.
If you want to drink PBR, you're more than welcome to it. It's a little early for me to start drinking though. I gotta finish peeling onions.
All right. Really loving the sun, but there's a
great?
chilly breeze, and I'm wearing shorts, short sleeve shirt. Brian's got a sweater and some pants. He's bundled up. I'm a little chilly. I'm like, "Brr."
Well,
We
that's
met at
what,
the food bank. We weren't even planning on meeting today. We went to the Denver Inner City Parish. I called and asked if they're open. They said they were doing curbside delivery, that no one's allowed in. I show up. Brian's grabbing himself a box. Here we are.
yeah, cause 2 blocks, no, a block and a half from my house.
Yep.
2 blocks, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right there. And I actually was online with Friends in Code, and somebody called Fuck the Police, who's pretty famous. He got arrested for flipping off cops. And we were all just chatting COVID and Denver homelessness and all these things. And then I said, you know what? I need to go. It's already 11 o'clock. I'm going to go get some check on the food bank. And I wanted to volunteer. But, you know, it takes a lot of potatoes to feed the homeless. And if you don't believe me, just ask me. I'll tell you all about it. So, you know, it never hurts to just go see what you can scrounge up. I got a couple of cabbages from the food banks. So that's, and the peppers, they came from another food rescue source, right? And so I'm unemployed, not afraid to do some work. And so I told the guy, like, how do I volunteer? And he said, come back on Wednesday at 8:30. So I'm going to go do that because it's 2 blocks from my house and I don't have a job. So go help where you can, you know?
I've been running and picking up trash out of the river.
Now that's the other thing that I'm going to do. I got my garbage stick. I'm going to take all of you people live downtown because it's just like 2 blocks away and clean trash.
Yeah, and if you would like, go to the confluence of the Platte and the other one, the Cherry Creek.
Yep.
And that's where I usually am. I will
Nice.
run 2 miles and then I walk back and I just take off my shoes and socks and I put all my electronics and keys and stuff out in my shoes so that way in case I fall in, The water has been freezing. It's like so freezing, my toes become numb within a minute, and I have to get out of there because it hurts and I don't feel comfortable. But besides that, I do go in there for as long as I can, minute at a time, picking up trash, handful by handful, bit by bit, piece by piece.
It's important. Protect our environment. That's one of the things we were talking about earlier, wasn't it? How we wanted to curb carbon emissions. There are less than 20 international air flights running in and out of the United States on a daily basis right now. Right? That's one way this COVID is changing our environmental condition. I don't think I've seen 20 cars go by since we've been live. And I'm on a main thoroughfare.
We are on a main thoroughfare. It's a one-way thoroughfare that's 4 lanes wide.
Yeah.
You know, I think maybe 20, but look, it's usually 20 at a time, and now it's just one.
Yeah, right? There's one car every few minutes. So I gotta get a compost box started too, because you know what the sun started beating down on it? This stuff would turn into soil great.
Yeah.
Huge quick. So I'm gonna clean the dumpster in the alley because they're really looking dirty over here. Teach them what a clean alley looks like.
Well, this is a hobo thoroughfare. We were right over there is Calumet. The next block over is Santa Fe. In between Santa Fe and Calumet is an alley that used to be known as Heroin Alley. Like all the heroin junkies for several years used to maintain that alley. I believe it was from around 2012 to about 2015. When I got out of prison, people said it started getting cleaned up, and the heroin junkies started moving to the river. The opioid epidemic.
Huh. I did not know that. Learn something new every day, folks. So if you're just joining, the postman's here. And I gotta holler at Mr. Postman. Mr. Postman, do I need to do a change of address online, or does it have to be paper?
Now, paper's probably better, but you can do it any way you want.
You don't have any of those by chance, do you?
Yeah. I'm not getting the ones online for like 2
Oh
weeks
man, that reminds me. It has been months since I've done
after the fact.
Yeah?
Yeah. How
All
many
right.
did you need?
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah, I'll update it and get it to you Monday.
Yeah. That'll work.
Thank you.
That way
Is the post office open, sir?
Is that?
Is the post office open?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's almost 24/7 anymore. Oh, says today's Saturday, the building will close down at 12.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, we appreciate you being out there.
What you make?
So I got peppers and onions, some cabbages, gonna throw some bacon in. Saute it up. Every Sunday we do a meal on the 16th Street Mall for those fortunate enough to have kitchens and homes. And with this crisis going on, it's gotten even worse.
Oh, yeah.
So we figure we'll feed 200-300 tomorrow.
Cool.
And so, yeah, got some grocery store throwaway stuff they were going to
Yeah.
toss. I got
Yeah.
some food bank extras. And, you just spend a little time and give what you...
Cool.
Yeah, if you ever see a box of food sitting outside with vegetables in it or whatever,
Yeah.
feel free to grab
Oh,
some.
no, I'm not. I'm afraid to eat it. I eat junk food, and I'm afraid to change it.
Okay, well, I do a lot of mutual aid, so there's always stuff around.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm Brian. What was your name?
Hank,
Hank, it's nice to meet you.
which
Give you an-
unit you in?
104.
Okay.
With the wood in front of it. I'm gonna make a box and put it over here on the fence. We're gonna grow some fruits and vegetables, or vegetables anyway. Maybe some tomatoes or fruit. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So you moving in? Or you
Yeah,
moving
I
out?
just moved in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lauren's still there.
Okay, good. Hanson, I believe it
yeah,
is?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Yeah, so Lauren and I'll be
Okay.
kicking
cool.
it. So
Okay, cool.
yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
Well, we'll see you around.
Thank you, Hank. Be safe out there, huh?
Yep, you too.
Thank you. That's lovely. Just love meeting people, making friends. Hey, did anybody, since Kenny's reading the thread, Did anybody see the special guest commentary video yesterday? While I was inside working on a phone,
I did not see it.
I had a special guest. You would know her if you saw or if you heard her voice. She's very elusive and rare, and if you figure it out, don't say her name out loud. She's been arrested for she's been taken into court for contempt of court, even when she was found not guilty of any charges. And awesome human being that I was very proud to be able to help yesterday. But man, it's stuff messed up.
Chris Marcus says he watched it this morning.
Nice. Did you like her rant? Was it good, Chris Marcus? Because I haven't gotten around to it yet. I've been busy, see? Cutting onions, peppers. Gonna make a...
Hallucinator69, thank you for correcting me on my misspelling of avocado. It's avocado, not ava.
Ava?
Yeah, I put ava.
Father? Ava? Or is that Ava?
She who talks to the wind, Annie, says it was good yesterday.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. As long as we can provide some community and serenity and... That truth teller, she's been through some shit in her lifetime. Stuff's fucked up. It made to pee in the cup before. Yep. Assaulted by Garrick Nanny. That fucker.
Oh, all good. I'd rather know how to spell it than not know how to spell it.
We are family.
Chris Marcus says absolutely to everything you're saying about helping people out and representing and saying fucking police.
Not all of them. Oh, there's a few good ones out there. A few. I know this. I'm a related one.
You know, I was once deputized as a marshal of the township Telluride for a day.
For a day?
Yeah, for a quick little action. I used to babysit for the police in there, or the marshals. I was like the only real babysitter who was sober and legit when I was 14. And then one time the cartels fucking did a home invasion and took control of this cop, his wife, and their baby. And was like, hey, it's just two of us cops. We can't find no one else. Kenny Wheeler, you're coming with us. And I got deputized for a day. For an evening.
The stories they will tell.
Oh, you wouldn't believe half the shit that goes on. But anyways, yeah, I got some crazy stories.
I do believe the shit that goes on. You know that Janet knows people that have been killed for trying to protect their house from the cops?
Oh yeah, several people have.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been around the block a few times, folks. This ain't a new expedition. I'm not, and that's the thing. I'm blessed because we've got the infrastructure, right? It was no big deal for me to just say, "Oh, I'm gonna go ask the food bank if they need help." Right? I'd rather earn that extra little bit than just be taking it, right? And so. I mean, sometimes you gotta just, okay, thanks, and I'm in line, I got my stuff, I'm good, I'm gonna go back, stay out of the way. But I feel like I gotta do something productive, and if it's for a couple hours in a day to help out and cut onions, you cut onions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you sit outside and you get a suntan, then you get a suntan.
Right.
And, folks, I just hope you're well. That's my big thing. The sunshine's good for us, and it's good to have, a random meet up and say, hey, oh, Kenny, look, you're here. Hi. Let's hang out. Chill with me, and we'll see
Yeah,
what...
I think we've been kicking it for about 2 hours now. Maybe at least an hour, because the food bank closed. It closes right now. It closes at 1.
Oh, we've been doing this for at least an hour, because I said, oh my God, I can't believe it's noon. I got to get the food prep working on.
Yeah.
And we were hanging out for like half an hour before that,
Yep. Shooting the breeze.
shooting the shits. And that works out in the timeline because it was about 11 o'clock that I told friends in code, oh, I gotta go. Talk to you later.
Zoom with Smokey Bear. How you going to get a suntan on when you wearing a sweatshirt?
Oh, that's true. He's getting the tan. I gotta worry about burning the bald spot.
It is chilly outside.
Yeah, I knew that. That's why I have a hoodie and pants on. But Kenny's not normal.
Not normal at all.
So for him to have shorts on, he's a biker. He's an exerciser. He's a bearded man.
Yep, I go into the river and swim. Sometimes when it's cold as fuck.
That
As long as my body can still move. If my body freezes in the river, then I'm not going to be able to do it.
I just can't believe you jumped in that. That's full of E. coli.
Really? From all like the poo and everything that's in there? I got bit by a fucking leech the other day. Picking
Yeah,
up
you
trash.
Fuck.
I know, dude. I was like, oh, what's this on my finger? And I was like, oh, it's a fucking leech. And I want to come off and I like scrape it and flick it and then stomp it. Chris Marcus says the sun is a good source of vitamin D, much better than milk.
Yeah.
Because
Vitamin
it's
D is good.
natural. And we're not naturally evolved to drink milk.
Yeah, no, sunshine's important.
Yep.
Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. Name that artist.
No clue.
You have no clue?
Dude, I've been rocking out to Rage Against the Machine Station, listening to Beastie Boys, Rage.
Are they giving you any clues on the online? Did any of them call out for our own hometown hero? Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. He still didn't get it.
Okay, Zoom with Smokey Bear. I know that too, but how do I pick on Brian?
How do you pick on me?
And then Chris Marcus said, not evolved to eat meat either. And then Smokey Bear was like, name that too? John Denver, motherfucker.
That's right.
You just said John Denver. I threw
You
it
added the
out.
motherfucker?
Yeah, I added.
That's right? Rocky Mountain High, Colorado?
All right.
Sunshine on my shoulder?
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
How do you forget that?
How do you forget that?
Because you just forget it, right? You're like, oh, I've heard that so many times. What are you talking about?
That's the problem. Gotta keep it sharp. Think YouTube will take this video down if I light a joint?
What if we say it's tobacco? What if we say it's medical?
It is medical.
Ha 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 ha.
You know what I like about this weather right now? No flies.
No mosquitoes, no flies, no mosquitoes, no annoying insects going at you. Right over there, we're just watching this building go up.
Hey, you watch the construction going on?
Yeah, there's like a dozen, no, there's a half a dozen right there that we can see. It is lunchtime.
No, they're moving that pallet of
Concrete or beams or whatever it is.
they're tin beams, right? They're not a precious metal. They're tin, but their shape it replaces studs.
Smoke Bear says, here's a question for you. Where was John Denver born?
I don't know that answer.
Was it Maine? I don't know if he was born in Colorado. I guess
It's probably like
West.
it's probably like Vail or Aspen. What do you think?
Oh, dude, check Chris Marcus says at Zoom with Smokey Bear in a hospital.
In the woods.
And Mike Stevens did make a comment about.
There's an airplane.
He says, "I like insects."
Love insects, but there's an airplane. I haven't seen one of those all day.
Oh, dude, a fighter jet flew over my house the other day, yesterday or the day before.
This does remind me of 9/11 because 9/11. There were no planes except for military planes, and that was fucked up. And I remember because there was military planes, and then there was a regular plane, like a Boeing or something, and it flew over Peoria because it was silent. All of a sudden, there's planes, and that was like the president.
So with no planes flying overhead, that would mean no chemtrails, right?
Well, no contrails either, except for the ones that naturally appear in the clouds. Yeah. A lot less air pollution. And I heard that the multicolored pigeons are coming back to Chicago because it's not as dirty.
I've never been a fan of pigeons.
So it's funny because you got to see the picture in order to understand that the pigeons I reference are, there we go. Pigeons I reference are actually parrots, and they're from South Central America. And so the picture was like these multicolored, like cockatiels and shit, right? No, but they're parrots, and the line was like,
Hey, your fly's open as the thing.
what? I think I fixed that already. I didn't know they could see it. That's weird. That's the leg, because I just zipped my fly up about 5-10 seconds ago. Oh well. When you're high and you're getting by, enjoy watching the crane instead of me. Here you go.
Oh, that's like 3 cars right there, 4 cars, first time.
Yeah, you can see the slow traffic. The crane's picking up stuff. There's people walking their dogs once in a while. Oh, I gotta go wash my hands and then go get the cabbage.
I'm gonna go grab some beer.
Okay. Then you know what? I think we're just gonna kill the live stream.
Okay.
No, we'll leave it on.
All right.
Come back later. All right, I can't see anything that's going on here. Whoa, hello. So I'm gonna see if I can fix that here. Hi, everybody. How we doing? I don't know what came out right or wrong. He wasn't a good pilot. That's not too soon. No, John Denver was not a good pilot, was he? Or accidents happened. I mean, Sonny Bono wasn't the greatest skier. He ran into a tree. That's a family relative of mine. So, yeah. I had these beautiful cabbages. Just cutting out a couple of the outer leaves. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to go in 2 more leaves, I think. Maybe 3. And what I'm doing is I'm cutting them off the bottom of the stalk. And the reason I'm doing this is actually intentional. Because what I want to do is I want to experiment with this cabbage. I'll show you if you can see here. I cut a chunk of the stalk off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in water and see what happens. And see if it grows. So, yeah, we're just making it happen, you know. The kitchen doesn't happen by itself. The plight and the need of people doesn't go away. It actually extends into greater modes when crises like this happen. And the fact of the matter is that in this day and age, we need more people to stand up and do the next right thing. And I'm going to help cook. And we'll do it as we can, you know. Each to their capacities. I'm pretty good at scrounging and hustling the stuff, so I'm going to scrounge and hustle the stuff. And then we're going to saute some cabbages. I'm super excited by all these bikes in the alley. That means there's probably people who will help me fix mine. I got a scooter. It's retired right now because it needs a little love. Front fork mostly. But that's what happens. So I'm cooking this, or cutting it, I'm washing it afterwards. And we're just mixing it all together. Cabbage, onions, peppers, and we're gonna saute it up. We're gonna put bacon grease in there with bacon, and we're gonna cook it for one of the dishes that we serve tomorrow. And this is just so much fun to me because I'm just shredding it. And the interesting thing here with the round of cabbage is that if you start cutting it in smaller, like quarter pie slice, right? You can really just get it cut down into size pretty quick. Food prep's all about time and dedication though, right, folks? What did I say? I can't. The problem with this screen, and I love you, friends of Coda's, but the sure time. Oh yeah? Okay, that's good to know. I'll have to get my own chair out here. Wait on it. Yeah, shorter cooking time, definitely. I was on Friends and Co. and so we got garlic, we got onions, we got cabbage, we got peppers, we got bacon. I probably put some Creole sauce in there as well. Cook it up that way. And then let's cut the core out of the cabbage. It's tougher. Did anybody watch the videos of the rats in the French Quarter? I thought that was an interesting video I saw this morning. It says they're catching the rats, but the rats are hungry because there's no food to be had. And they're now like in the middle of the street. They're not afraid. I mean, they're still afraid, but you know what I mean. There are no rats in America, they said. Yeah, lots of food for the homeless. It's about keeping yourself busy, I think. I'm gonna go for a jumping jack or two later, maybe. Kenny went for a bike ride for beer, left his groceries behind. PBRs. Can't do it. Cannot do it. I'm sorry. Nasty to me. So I don't know, folks. 420 is American tail. Yes, there are no cats in America. There are no mice in America. You got it right. American tail. Shows my age and growing ups, huh? The 420 is better. I agree. And I really want to get to a point here where we get some in the ground sooner than later. But there's a for everyone. Cabbage 1, down. And remember, this is cabbage. It's gonna cook down. Onions are gonna cook down. The bacon fat is good. Some garlic, some onion salt, some more onions in there. I got some Creole seasoning, and I think that's gonna be my main. Give it a little lobster boil flavor, crab boil, whatever you call it. Down home style, as somebody from Nolans might say. I just cook it good. So again, we're gonna experiment. Try coring the cabbage. Oh fuck! I just broke the knife. My roommate's knife. Well, when you break something, you tell the truth and you buy a new one. So that's what I'm gonna do. But in the meantime, you're gonna have to give me a second because I gotta go get a new knife to finish this job. Duct tape. Yeah, not at that point in the handle. I'm a recycler. I'm an environmentalist. I could probably still fashion a handle out of it. But the problem with this is that there's not enough of it sticking out to do that. It's just unfortunate. Somebody's stepping in poop. Yelling at somebody across the street. Lewis! Good to see you, buddy. Coming out tomorrow? Join us for a meal? Still works. Just aggravating. So you guys see me outside a lot at home because my roommate sleeps during the day. That's a fun factoid for you there, folks. And just in case you're wondering why it's outside all the time, it's beautiful outside. We should all be outside all the time. But no, to that end, it really is about just everybody working together. One's outside, one's sleeping, give them a space. Respect. Also, outdoors is good. It's a better place to be. Who wants to stay indoors all day? I got a big lot, parking lot, where I live here. So we might as well hang out and do that. Maybe I'll put a desk outdoors. How does that sound? Like 12 of you in here. It's crazy. What else do we have chat? Can I see it? Let me see if I can brighten my screen. Now I'm at full screen. I can't see it. I got it here. Somebody sent me a link. Friends and Code is live. So, oh, did I lose you? Knife was not. It's broken. And it's right where the spot where you hold it with your thumb. Right? Oh, fuck up. But I'm finished cutting this cabbage and then I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna go put my food away inside. Get ready for Kenny. Wish I had a bike. I wanna go bike riding. That's not essential services, right? Booty tang, booty doo. Oh, folks, I hope you're safe wherever you're at. I hope that you're surrounding yourself, not being by yourself. If you haven't talked to somebody recently that you've thought about, just call them. Say, hey, I was thinking about you. I hope you're well. I wanted to say hi. As humans, we're going through this together, and nobody should go through it alone. And so, that's my happy hour thought right now. As humans, we should not go through this alone. So don't isolate. Don't separate yourself. There's always a call line, a chat line, a live stream to step into and say hello. However you gotta do it. But for now, I've cut my vegetables. I'm gonna go clean trash in the alley. And I'm gonna conserve some battery energy. Let's see if I can check this real quick. Blibbit says he's gonna try to make it down. That's good. Making sure you have a mask, and if you were immunocompromised people don't come, right? If you come, try to wear a mask, have gloves, and clothes that when you get home you can just take them off and wash them immediately. Those are some of the privileges that we have, those of us who are housed, and part of the responsibility that we have to make sure we do things well for everybody. So, protective gear. Don't try to wear a hazmat suit. It fucking sucks. Okay? That's just what I'm saying. But it's been an hour, and I appreciate all you hanging out and coming out and chatting and enjoying the sunshine today. I'll talk to you later. I lied. Watch this. Squirrel. soon as I shut off my feed, squirrel comes around the bend. I don't know if he's visible anymore. There he is. Oh, he's climbing the building. And there he goes. All right. That's my day. Have a good one.